This is Michael Gerace with Michelangelos Services Inc. It is August 1st, 2025. We are located at 3001 Cloudcrest Road, La Crescenta, California, performing a video sewer inspection. We have a 3-inch cast iron clean out that is right next to the pool bathroom. We're in the backyard, as I said, right next to the pool. And we're going to insert our camera into the cast iron clean out. We're going to zero out our camera monitor, get a good accurate reading. Okay, we're zeroed out. Inserting our camera. Got a little bit of debris in there. So we're in the cast iron line. We have one bathroom here. As I said, you got a 3/4 bathroom, toilet, lavatory, sink, and shower right next to the pool area. Running out the cast iron line, and we'll trace this a little bit on the way back. Now we have an inlet, which I believe is more than likely the kitchen sink. Just pause for one moment. So far it doesn't look bad. Okay, we're going to continue running out. Cast iron, and we're going to transition to vitreous clay right here. And we'll mark this area on the way back. You know, we're going to mark it now. We're just going to take a look, get an idea where this is at. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we've located this area right outside the kitchen window, and we have someone that is going to flush a couple toilets. See if it comes in right behind us. The sewer line from the bathrooms may be graded this way, may come all the way toward the kitchen, because we saw some water in the fitting back just a little bit. And the kitchen sink had not been running. The small 3/4 bath for the pool was not running. So we suspect that maybe somebody was flushing a toilet or running water, possibly in one of the bathrooms. So we'll take a look, see if anything comes in behind us. So far, nothing coming in back behind us. I'm going to pause our mic for a moment. We're going to pull back just a tiny bit. Back to the cast iron. back out. Push back out. Don't see anything coming in right now, so we're going to continue to push in. We're going to continue to push in right here. Just got some cobwebs. Clay joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Looks like cobwebs there. The joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition again. Again, that joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition, as does that joint. A little bit of roots, tiny bit of roots in the joint, not much. Making a sweep. What we can see of that joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Can't see a lot of it in the turn, but the hub looks to be okay. I don't see any breaks right there. We're going to pause again for one moment and just trace the line. We're going to see where we're at. Okay, we've located this area about 3 foot 2 inches deep outside in the planter area where the fencing is, just outside the fencing going toward the street. Got a little bit of an offset there, not terrible. It's going downward. Appears that we have transitioned to ABS plastic. We're going to try and locate this area. This may be a mainline clean out. Going to pause again. Okay, we've located this area in the front yard at about 1 foot 2 inches deep. We're going to take our locator off so we can see a little bit better. Appears to be ABS plastic at this point. We're at 47 feet. So we'll probably go to about 57 feet if it is ABS plastic, and could go further. They could have 20-foot lengths. Yeah, that's ABS plastic. So some of this has been replaced. Making a turn now at 58 feet. The joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition.
Thank you.
Do have something in the pipe right here. There could be roots with debris. We're going to pause for a moment. We're going to run some water here. Okay, we might have a little bit of root intrusion with some debris there, possibly. Probably run some Root X through there. Maybe clean it and run some Root X. Something else on the top of the pipe right there. Really hard to see. I'm going to continue to run out. Nothing major though. And the pipe's pretty shallow. Might be making a little bit of a dive now. Appears that we're running out toward the opposite side of the house by the 2 bathrooms, the back-to-back bathrooms where the master is. Looks like this line was replaced. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, right here we do have an offset. More than likely it's a Fernco coupling from what it looks like, and just shifted. That's just shifted and offset, but everything's going on the downhill side, so everything's going to go through. And here we have an inlet at about 97 feet. So we're going to flush the toilet from the other side of the house now, and we're just going to take a look and see if we have water come through. So we're going to pause our mic for a moment. Okay, we have an inlet on this right hand side. Gonna see if we have water come through, maybe from one of the bathrooms.
Michael, second one, you want the far one?
Yeah. Please. Right now we don't have anything coming through at this time. I'll pause our mic for a moment. We're going to run out. Going to continue to run out. We're at about 96 feet. It looks like we have water coming in. Pull back just a tiny bit. It's hard to see it. It'll just run out. Like I said, we're at 96 feet. We can always run back and locate that area. All the joints so far appear to be in pretty fair and maintainable condition. ABS plastic. We do have some water coming in behind us a little bit. Making a turn. We're going down the hill. Looks like the sewer line was all replaced. Now we transition to PVC. Making a turn. We're gonna get through. We're gonna try and jam it through. Okay, we're gonna try and run some more water, see if it'll help us get through.
And you can have PVC out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can run PVC. I don't like to.
We're gonna pause our mic for a moment. Okay, we got some water running behind us, so we're going to try and see if that'll help us push through. Okay, and it did help us push through. Okay, we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we got a large amount of water coming through. Can't seem to push. Get the turn. Large amount of water. Not want to let us push through. Too many turns in the line. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to pull back a little ways and take a look and see if we can locate that ABS plastic fitting goes rolled up on its side. See if we do have a clean out there. I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to pause for a moment and locate this area. Okay, we've located this area at approximately 1 foot 6 inches deep. Mark this area outside the bathrooms, going down the hill a little bit at 1 foot 6 inches deep. I'm going to pull back now, take our locator off. That's just another PVC turn. And we have a PVC inlet right here. I'm going to run some water and see if we have anything coming through here. We're going to pause our mic for a moment. Okay, we're going to pause here. We're going to try and locate this area. Okay, we're going to take our locator off now. We did locate a mainline sewer clean out in the planter area, so we're going to pull back now and transition. Going back through our ABS plastic. We're going to try and locate this area as well. We're going to locate that area. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we've located two mainline sewer cleanouts. This one that we just marked is about 1 foot 6 inches deep, and it is on the hill, which we marked with a flag. The other one we marked with a flag is in the planter area, and that one has a plastic plug in a FIP fitting. So we're going to take our locator off and just pull back from here. We'll move our camera equipment over to that area, and then we'll take a look at the rest of the line. We've already looked at all of this. That's that one fitting that's offset that may need to be adjusted one day. It's not too deep and not that big of a deal. Pretty shallow fitting. So it can be just adjusted, cut back a couple feet, realign it with a proper coupling that will hold it in place. This is all ABS plastic pipe and fittings. Right here, we have that one area. We have some debris again. Don't know exactly what it is. If it is some roots holding back something a little bit, it's not really anything too big and may just need some root X, or it could be repaired again. And that one's, again, is shallow. It's less than 2 feet deep on the hill. Now we're pulling back. Have a little tiny bit of an offset in the fitting. This is the transition from ABS plastic back to vitreous clay, but not bad. And it is going down into the fitting, so it's not going to catch any debris or cause stoppages. Have a minor root intrusion here, very minor. Those are baby hairline roots that can be taken care of with a chemical called Root X. A little bit more, tiny roots. Again, flush Root X, ROOTX, once a year down the toilet. It takes care of all the little minor root intrusions. Making a turn. Now we're transitioning right here, just outside the kitchen area, from ABS plastic back to the cast iron. Cast iron appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Pulling back toward our clean out that is just outside the pool bathroom. And we are going to pause for a moment and relocate our equipment out to the mainline clean out at the front of the house so we can inspect the rest of the line out to the city sewer. So we're going to pause for a moment.
The Root X would be put into the pipe outside of the 3/4 pool bath.
The Root X could be flushed from the pool bathroom toilet. So it could be flushed from here so it gets all the way out and gets into all the joints from here to the opposite side of the house where the other bathrooms are. All the root intrusions are between here and the other bathrooms, so this would be the best place to flush it, is from the pool bathroom toilet. And it's best to let it sit for 6 to 8 hours in the line. So we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we've moved our equipment to the bathroom area. There's 2 bathrooms, where the master bath is and the hall bath. And we have a 4-inch ABS plastic clean out that is in the planter area, and we're going to mark this with an orange flag. And we also have another clean out that is on the hill about maybe 10 feet away or so, that is marked with an orange flag, and it has a rubber cap on top. So boxes should be put on these or something to mark them, because it's imperative to have these if you do need them, especially for inspection purposes. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to run through the ABS plastic clean out in the planter area. Going to set our camera right up against it and zero out our camera monitor. This will be running down the hill and also go into the city sewer, and we can check the saddle area. Makes a turn and can't really see a lot because of the debris. I'll try and wipe off the camera lens and see if we can do it again. May just have to run down into the city sewer and then wash the camera lens off and then pull back and take a look. But we're going to try again, see if we can get it down there without getting the camera lens too dirty. Okay, now we're in ABS plastic, pipe and fittings, making some turns, going down the hill, and then transitioning to PVC. We do have some debris there, and it may be root intrusion. Again, it's minor, but we could put the Root X in there, and that would take care of a lot of that. Jumped over that area. Now we're in PVC, making some turns, and this is where we got stuck before because we had so many turns and we were out so far, over 120 feet. Now we're going down the hill, quite a few turns in the line. It won't matter, it doesn't hurt, as long as we're going downhill. Everything will grade, everything will fall down through the piping, will run through there. All the PVC, from what we can see, appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Should be coming up on the transition to the city sewer lateral here within probably the next 10-15 feet. And then it'll go out to the street, which the lateral is owned by the homeowners. It is their responsibility. Quite a ways here. So you may have taken a turn and running across a little bit. So we're going out further than what we had expected. Now we're making a drop. Then we make a drop. Pretty drastic drop. Our camera lens is kind of hanging right there. And then we transition to the city lateral, which is vitreous clay. Can't really see the transition in the turn. We're going to run through the clay. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition from what we can see. And then we run right into the city sewer. And there's the city sewer. You can see the water running through. Appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Don't really see any issues with this line. We're going to begin to pull back slowly and we'll take another look. We're out quite a ways. We're out 80 feet. I'm going to pause for one moment. Okay, we're going to continue to pull back. That's the saddle. Pause for a moment. So that's the saddle fitting. We're going to continue to pull back. Now we transition to the PVC, which is right there. Transition back to white PVC piping. Can't see a lot because we're in the drop. Now we make a turn. You can see the piping a little bit better. Coming back toward the house. And again, we're in the 4-inch ABS plastic mainline sewer cleanout that is in the planter area. And we will put an orange flag right there. We also had the other 4-inch ABS plastic cleanout that has a rubber gym cap on top that we did mark with an orange flag on the hillside. It's about 10 feet away from where the bathrooms are and where this clean out is, maybe 15 feet. We're going to continue to pull back. We didn't see any major issues in this line. Making a turn, slight turn here. Pulling back, making another turn. Again, those PVC fittings in the pipe all appear to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Continuing to pull back. Those fittings appear to be in fair and maintainable condition, as do those. Making another turn. Making another turn. Coming back toward the house. A little offset right there. I'll pause for a moment. This area does have a shift in the PVC to ABS plastic right here. And it looks like we might have some root intrusion on that left-hand side at about the 7 o'clock area. That area eventually will need to be repaired because it can catch debris and cause stoppages over time. But it's very shallow. Should not be that difficult to make a repair. We're continuing to pull back. It's about 1.5 feet deep. Pulling back to our mainline sewer cleanout, the planter area, and that will conclude our video sewer inspection. Thank you.